Yo, yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Gary Spencer. How's everybody doing today? I wanted to make this video on about the difference between me being a gamer back in the day versus being a gamer now, and I'm gonna tell you on what the difference was on that. So you guys already heard about it, like being a gamer. Well, years ago, I started playing when I was probably like maybe about 3 or 4 years old, maybe. Um, I said from number one console of all time, Sega Genesis. Started on that. You know, um, most of the games that I have now, is some of the games that I have for it now is some of the games I had back in the day on it. And like I said, when it came to the and I had a Sega Genesis and the regular Nintendo, both hooked up to the same TV, of course. When it came to that Sega Genesis, man, I was like so addicted to I was like so addicted because, like I said, Sega Genesis is my number one console of all time because like I said, it's one of the best. It's like one of the best Sega games that was ever made. Has so many good games. It has some pretty decent graphics and has some good gameplays on it. Like my main game for it, Sonic 1 and the first four, like Sonic 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles. Streets of Rage 2. A lot of other games for it, but like I said, Sega Genesis, had like a whole bunch of good games for it. And then like when it came to Nintendo, Super Mario Brothers, my main game for that. But I was so addicted to video games back in the day. Like I would like playing for hours, and I said till it got me to the time where I was playing so much till it got me to the point where like I said, when I had a seizure and whatnot, then I had to go to the hospital and whatnot, and at that around that time N64 was out, and then first PlayStation 1 came out, but like I said, it didn't. But then I was playing the N64 while I was in the hospital and whatnot. And then even when I got out, it never stopped me from becoming a gamer, because like I said, anytime I went to stores, they had that had like the Sega Genesis kiosks like Sears, and like the PlayStation kiosks and 64 kiosks, and all the other ones like the retros. Of course, like I said, it didn't stop me from playing, because like I said, going to the stores and playing was like my only chance of, playing, or especially when I went over somebody's house that had, had a Sega Genesis, or like a PlayStation, or like some of the other game consoles that I was interested in, because I said after my seizure, my parents didn't want me playing no more, and like I said, the Sega was still hooked up to the TV, but the controllers wasn't there. And then I also had a Super Nintendo, so like once in a while, my parents, they let me play, like they would give me a time limit on playing the Super Nintendo, because they really didn't want me playing no more, and they didn't want me playing all day. So I was put on a time limit when it came to that. But like I said, but none of that didn't stop me from becoming a gamer, like I said, because retro games is the one that made video games the way that they is up until today. And that's how video games, really started. It was all because of retro games. But back then, I was so addicted to it. Like I said, anybody's house that had one, I'd be playing. I'd be ready to play. Stores, I'd be ready to play. Anytime I could get my hands on the controller or on the game, I would be on it. That was as simple as that. Like I said, because video games, started off becoming the stuff back in the day. Of course, retro, of course, that's what you guys see on the wall, because that's what I am, and that's the games that I roll with, and that's also the games that Dr. Josh the Real Gamer was rolling with too, when it came to video games, like I said, and that's what me and him had in common, because when I talked to him, when he was still around, I had asked him, were you addicted to video games? He said a long time ago, so that's what me and him had in common. I'm like, yep, I was that same exact way, playing for hours. Even when it came to PC games, we also had a computer too, but it wasn't the best computer in the world. I still remember the name of it was that Packard Bell computer. Packer Bell 95 computer, but we had computer games for, some games worked on it and like certain games didn't work on it because it didn't have enough memory. My first, like I remember, the MOS DOS computer that my grandma and granddad had a long time ago in the 90s. Like I said, that was the stuff right there. They had some serious games on it. That was like true retro right there, man. Like I said, it was Pinball, Jill of the Jungle, God of Thunder, Raptor, what else? Nibbles, that snake game where he starts off small until he starts eating more until he grows, and then you got to be careful not to hit against the wall. Then there was Jetpack. And there was like so many other games. There was like so many other games on there, like gun games and all that. And then that was the stuff back then. And then the computer he got after that, when that computer had died, me and my brothers, we was out, So I was like on that computer for hours though, because it wasn't really nothing else to really do over at the time. And I remember that computer that he got after the first one died or didn't work anymore. My first computer game over there that I took over there was that me and my older brother used to play, that old NHL 96, because we were hockey fans back in the day. I was on that for hours. And then it was a Galaxy of Games, Part 1, Part 2. Had so many games on it, including Earthworm Jim. I was like so addicted back then. Like, I wouldn't really want to do anything else. Wouldn't hardly really want to go outside. Wouldn't really want to play. Wouldn't want to do anything, because that was like my main. That was like my passion right there back then. My addiction was like playing video games and night game. That was me back in the day when it came to video games. And like the difference with me now is, I still like video games up until this day. I'm still a gamer, and I still roll with the retro gamers, of course. Like the systems you guys have seen me doing live streams on and doing gameplays on and whatnot. Like I said, I'm still a gamer up until this day, and I still play every chance I get. But now it's just that I don't play as long. The longest that I may play is for maybe about an hour and a half, maybe, depending on how I'm feeling and depending on the games depending on the games and whatnot that I have listed and ready to play or that I really want to play. So like right now it really all depends, like, because sometimes that shift changes when it comes to video games. Like it changes around. Like some days most times I might want to play, and some days I might not. And like for instance, like on Mondays I'll play the Sega Genesis. Like I said, first game, like I'll play my main game Sonic 1, then I might play Mortal Kombat, then I might play one more game, whatever comes to mind, and it could be anything. But most of the time, sometimes it's just like either 2 or 3 games, and sometimes I used to play like 4 or 5 games on a Monday. But it's just like now I'm playing like less games. It's like I only play like maybe 2 to 3 games, maybe. Like this past Monday, I played Sonic, I played Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, and then I played Arch Rivals, because it all depends on where my mind and heart desires. Like what it is that I want to play, or what it is what do I feel like playing, or what I feel like doing. Do I want to play another game, or do I want to just turn it off and call it a day? So that's really how I be feeling right now. Like, and I might play more games on Saturday, because the reason why I may play more games on Saturday, than Monday, is because Monday's pretty much a work night, meaning I gotta, I can't really be playing all day because I gotta, turn off sometime, and then, I gotta, I gotta, still because I gotta work, I gotta get up early, so, I could, work at, get my workout in, and then, got to go to work the next day. And then also want to be able to spend a decent enough time with my fiance before it's time for me to lay it down for the night. So that's why I don't play as much Monday. But Saturday I might play a little bit more, because most time on Saturdays, sometimes I may have more time on Saturdays, because, I'm off on Saturdays. I've done everything I, did that I was supposed to do. So I might play more games on, on the Sega Genesis on Saturdays because of that, because based on the timing. So, like right now, we're pretty much, going on in the summertime. So it's just like, if, by any chance, if I may have some time on Saturdays to play, and sometimes I may not because, it's grass cutting season. And sometimes I might, after I said, do everything I do here, I go down to my mom's, cut her grass, and then I might stick around down there for a little while. And then depending on what time I come home, like if I come home and, I still have the house to myself, whatnot, or if my fiance is busy, then I'll say, okay, let me get some gaming time in. I might do a little stream or whatever not, but then it's like, and if I don't have the time, then I just won't play. I'll just be like, okay, just, call it, just wait another day, they're just games, they're still going to be hooked up to the TV and waiting for you to play whenever you get a chance to play. They ain't going to jump off your, your manuals or counters and, leave you. So they'll still be there waiting for you to play. But if it was back then in the day, if it was back in the day, like now, if I got in trouble or if I wasn't allowed to play, or if just I don't know, if I didn't get a chance to play because, let's say, if for instance, I said when it came to being in the stores, waiting in line, waiting for people to get off the kiosk, or even at home or somebody else's house, like if my older brother and someone else was hogging up the game, whatnot, and then the time had ran out, then I would have been mad back then. But that would have been me back in the day versus me now. Now it's just like, okay, you don't have time to play. You don't have time to play. Just wait another day. Like I said, sometimes it's good to take a day off from gaming because sometimes, the longer you wait from gaming, the more the next time, the more you'll be ready and wanting to play. So you might be at your mind and heart might be wanting to play more games and be like, okay, now I'm in the gaming mood. Now I'm in the gaming mood now because I ain't been playing for a while. So I'm getting back into this gaming mood. So I want to get back. So now I'm ready to play some games now. So now that excitement's coming back now, and you're ready. So like that's the difference between me being a gamer back in the day versus me being a gamer now. Like I said, because my main priorities is working out early, getting up early, working out early every morning, 6 days a week, and then going to work, and then paying bills and coming home and doing what I gotta do, clean myself up and all that. So it's just like there's stuff that I gotta take care of first, and then like if there's time later, then it's like, okay, then I'll game now. Then I'll game. So that's that's me now. So that's the difference between me gaming back in it, being a gamer back in the day versus me, me now. So, but anyway, that's all I really have to talk about. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So y'all know what to do. Leave y'all's comments and thoughts down below. Click that thumbs up. This your boy Garrett Spencer. You guys take it easy, and I'll see you guys next time. And remember, y'all, once a gamer, always a gamer. Keep on gaming, y'all.